Hello world, welcome to WoW Classic Vanilla Testing Log number 5. Today is December 11th, 2018. I am level 16 Mage and I am in Darkshore, right by Oberdeen, however you pronounce that. I've made it to level 16 and I've made some really good progress with my leveling. A couple of things I want to talk about here just to remember and keep track of these things as I make my way down south to finish a couple of quests. A couple of things to remember here as a mage in this level. One of the frustrating things will be there is no mage trainer in the area. Even if you go to Darkshore, Night Elf City, you won't be able to practice or train the skills. So, might be good to get here at level 14 while you already trained those skills. Right now, I hit 16 and I still haven't trained my 16 level skills. So I'm gonna have to wait till I leave this area after level 17 as I head back the other continent. And a couple of things here is this is a really good zone to level skinning. A lot of beasts here, so it's nice for leveling a skinning profession. I'm almost at 100 skinning now, so it is very nice to level in this area, especially with a lot of people on the server. You get to skin the mobs that people leave behind, so like this one here. Let's see if my skinning will ding here. No, not quite. Also mining. It's good to continue leveling mining here. So these are my two professions currently, skinning and mining. Both cash grab professions basically. So let's see, I'm on this quest here, cleansing the infected. I don't remember picking up a quest item for it. I just want to see. Yeah, I think I just need to kill him. It's a grind quest basically. And there are plenty of these rabid thistle bears around to finish it along the way. So one thing about this kill quests is it's good to do it on the way to other quests. So if you see any of the bears on the way, kill them, keep going. So I'm on my way to a couple of other places along the way down in the south. I think wanted, have a wanted Merc Deep or something. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one after I get there. So my goal here is to finish one of these levels off. As soon as I hit level 17, I'm heading back to Ironforge to train and go to another zone. I might be back up this way at some point. A couple other things I wanted to chat about in this log. In this zone, just to remind myself, there was this one quest about trapping a rabid bear. That seems like it kills a lot of people in the area, and there's high possibility of failing that quest.
My mana is low.
I actually have a trap right here. Tharnarian's Hope or something like that. This trap is called. So if you don't get it right on the first time on this quest, you're gonna lose this trap and you have to travel all the way back to the city in order to get another trap to try again. So that was the frustrating thing. I failed it like 3 times or something like that, so I want to remind myself and anybody else is doing it. I think the quest is called something like Plague something. You have to trap one of the bears like that, the rabid thistle bear. You have to trap it So the key was to get one of these bears down low. You get it to at least a third of health, then you drop the trap. Then you get to tame it, and then you take it back to the city. So that's going to be one thing to remember, and it's important to do this quest because it's part of the chain, and there are a couple of others in the chain that you'll need to do afterwards. So it's a good reminder for this zone. It seems like this is one of the quests in the zone that everybody seems to fail at first. Another few things. We'll talk about bags, 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 and bags. Again, like the teens on the leveling, it seems like I'm always limited by the amount of bags. So on this server, this private server, of course there are a lot of higher level people and they already have very cheap bags in the auction house. And I managed to buy a couple of 10 slaughters for something like 30 silver, which was a steal, but even though, you know, that's still pretty expensive for this level. Bags going to be incredibly important. That's going to be one of your major time sinks if you have to travel back to town to unload, to sell. There's not many vendors in far away quest areas, so you're going to need that bag space, especially if you're traveling far. Instead of running around constantly turning the quests in, you want to turn in all the quests that you have completed and then unload your bags. And it's the most efficient way is to increase your bag space as soon as possible. Maybe finding quests that give bags as rewards, or picking up and actually investing a little bit of money initially to increase your bag space. This was another thing I wanted to remind myself about. Of course, again, no mage trainer in this zone. Level 14 and 16, these are your skill levels. So I'm guessing, like, if you get here around level 14, that's perfect with your skills already trained. Then you can leave at 16 a little bit afterwards. Or a little afterwards. So, another couple of things I want to talk about as I do this quest, as I do a bit of grinding here and finish up a level. I'm about 22% into it. Once I finish all these quests here, I will be pretty damn close to level 17, hopefully, so I can leave this zone, go train my skills, and go quest in another area. And I have vanilla guide here, which has been very helpful, although it's not accurate, so I'm having to skip over a lot of options, a lot of steps in here, in order to kind of improvise. And I like to improvise. All these guides are just, you know, guides, not always going to be best. To follow them by the book, you're gonna have to make mistakes, basically. So I like making mistakes is fine, definitely fine. And depending on your class, like being a mage here, it's not specified in the guide. I think the guide is geared to somebody who has a trainer here in Darnassus. I couldn't get my skills trained in here, so I skipped a run to Darnassus. Now I'm having to skip over a lot of steps in here because of that. So I think, you know, guides, screw the guides, but it helps to have a questy. You know, this arrow here, this arrow is very helpful. As, instead of having to look up and read, it helps. I know some people might object to all these ads. I've heard people say that this actually ruins your classic WoW experience. It's better to just, you know, take it easy, sit back and enjoy the game, soak that nostalgia, enjoy your casual progress in it, make friends, talk to people, do unexpected things. You know, that's definitely, I agree very much so with it. And I think there should be a kind of a balance. You need to find your own balance. For me personally, I do enjoy having a little bit of a guide in here. It helps me with progression, and I do find enjoyment. You know, I'll take a break from the questing, and I'll go do some fun things. So you know, I have kind of balance that I set up for myself. So I don't mind, you know, having these things. I'll probably turn them off, and now I'm doing this right now for just a bit of practice. And when the classic comes out, I'll probably, well, maybe not even be using these. Probably just, you know, remember, as I've done this before, just going by ear and playing around. So not really in a rush. I think it's a mistake to rush up to level 60. You know, I see so many YouTube videos right now, so many people, all these channels, they're trying to, you know, gonna rush to 60. You know, they're giving you a guide. This is your leveling guide. This is what you're gonna do. You know, this is I see a lot of comments saying this is how not to play classic. Well, I agree very much so with that. I think it's you know, you should play the way that you play. You should play the way that you enjoy. You shouldn't listen to any of these people telling you to rush forward, because no matter what you do, no matter how fast you level, there are always going to be these hardcore people that are pretty much just going to play without even going to sleep, and they're going to be 60 in a week or something like that, and there are always going to be these guilds out there that will clear the content. If you are one of these people, you know, more power to you, I guess. If you want to, you know, play that way, it depends on how you play, what you enjoy, what you want to do. I don't think any of you, whoever's listening, shouldn't listen to either what I'm saying here or what all these guides or these people on YouTube are saying. You should make up your own damn mind, I think, and you know, try it, play it. If you like it, keep playing. You know, what am I to say? Waxing philosophical here, I guess. Whatever. Forget it. Forget it. Excuse my rambling. You see. Wow, look, I survived with like 10 health or something like that, you see? Close calls. Close calls. And that means if I did die right there, that would have meant at least 5 minutes of my time running back to get my body, redoing all that stuff, redoing the buffs, and you know, definitely I'm not worried about timing right now. I'm really enjoying myself. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I think one of the most enjoyable parts for me in this game is, even though that I'm playing solo, I'm doing all this by myself without any interaction at this point. I don't have a guild, I don't have any group members, I don't have anybody with me right now. I think another part, a very comforting feeling, knowing that there are other people running around here. There's something to it. There's a kind of allure, you could say, an allure, a very specific kind of feeling to playing this game, and I think that's what makes it very enticing for a lot of people, is the fact that you know that you are in this world, and you know that maybe 100 yards there are other people running around there doing things, and then that you know that if you go back to this town here, or wherever the big town is on the map, you know you're gonna find people, you're gonna come across others that are running around and doing this. So I think the biggest allure of this, being an MMO, being this kind of a standard classic MMO, is that there are other people doing the same things as you are. You are in the same boat. There's a kind of a homey feeling to it. It's a very comforting feeling to know that, you know, there are others here. You can compete with them. You can team up with them. There are all these possibilities for community, and that's what I really enjoy about this. I think it's not a lonely experience. It's just being in a place where others are, and it brings a certain kind of enjoyment, for sure. For me, it certainly does. And you know, I think when the servers come out, when the game is fresh, whatever that fresh meme is out there, you know, when the game comes out and everybody's new, everybody's in the same level range, you know, that's definitely also part of it. It's such a nice feeling, you know, to be competing with others, seeing all these groups of people overcoming challenges together. It's definitely when the community in its best, you could say, all these people interacting, playing together, working towards a common goal, you could say. So it is a nice feeling. I can't wait for it. I think that's probably going to be one of the most exciting things for me, is actually when the game comes out the first month. Is definitely going to be fun. But then, when the hardcore players separate themselves and then from the casual group, it's a given. It's always going to be that way. No matter what you do, whether you're a casual player or you're a hardcore gamer, there's always going to be that separation. There's nothing you can do about it. So after a while, you're going to have that group of people. You're going to have that guild that's going to be, clearing, running everything, and they're going to, strive to be the best, and they're going to control the spawns of the world bosses. They're going to, clear all the dungeons. They're going to have all the best gear. They're going to, stand in Ironforge or Stormwind and basically bask in their glory show off and all that stuff. So I'm not worried about that either. I'm hoping now I'm going to get into some dungeons, some raids, maybe some PvP a little bit later on. So, but the main goal is to relive the experience, make progression, have some fun, and not really let it take over your life. That used to be one of the biggest concerns in this game. Is I remember in 2004, 2005, people just disappeared. I remember a lot of people complained that it ruined their lives. Ruined if they were in school, if they were at work, if they had a marriage or something like that. I heard so many stories from guilds that I was in, from people that I've played with. People got divorced. People, failed school. People were fired from their jobs. All kinds of things happen. So it's just the problem is never to overdo it. If you're one of the hardcore players, though, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to find your own balance. You're gonna have to, if you want to be the best in this game. I don't know. I'm not planning to do that. I'm not planning to play so much that I'm gonna be, days on end, marathons, whatever. So that takes over my life so much. I'm probably gonna be more of a casual player. I'll be playing. I want to make friends. I want to meet new people. I want to make connections. I want to support and join the community, do some raiding, possibly on a steady basis, play around, and basically form some bonds with new people. I think that was one of the most memorable and enjoyable things for me in this game when I played almost 15 years ago, is that just the connections you made with people when you hung out and had the special moments with the people, just shooting the shit, so to speak, and playing with the people together. I think that was probably the most memorable part of it. So I'm looking forward to that, doing it again with some people, meeting some new ones, supporting them, and being a part of all this experience all over again. So I don't want to let it take over my life. But again, back to the point. The point is balance. You're going to have to find your own balance for it based on where you are in life. You have a job, you're in school. You have to do a certain kind of time management and play as much as you can, but not overdo it. Overdoing is just like overeating over anything. It's never a good thing. You're going to have to find your own balance to do it, in order to enjoy the game. If you overdo it, you're not really going to be enjoying it if you're overdoing it. I think breaks are very important. You need to have breaks in between so that you can come back, and with a fresh mind you can enjoy it again. So that's my tip. Anything you do in life requires a certain kind of balance. You need to find your own balance based on where you are in life. So here's this quest. I turn it in. I have Onu's meditating. Okay. Oh. Duplicate item found. What? Oh, okay. I need to create a scrying bowl.
It's still recharging.
I don't know exactly what this quest represents. I think I remember doing this. The sleeper has awakened. Not available. Travel south to check the prospector. Okay, yeah, now I need to do the wanted quest here. And keep killing the bears. Ooh, what's that? Copper vein. Let's go grab that one. See how far I am. Okay, is there anything else I need to talk about in this log? Yeah, that's right. Just talking about balance, talking about reliving the experience. I think that's all good and fine. I'm looking forward to it all again. It's definitely going to be an enjoyment for me. Anyway, for this zone here, yes, I'm getting pretty close to being done in the zone, and I think I'm going to be skipping some quests. As soon as I hit 17, I'm going to travel back to Ironforge, and hopefully this time around I'll take the right boat. Look at that, you see people playing around in the area, leaving mobs. They probably don't have skinning. 100 skinning, there we go. I've leveled skinning very quickly. I didn't even have to work for it. Just skinning quest mobs along the way, skinning mobs people have killed. Yeah, I didn't barely even spend any time on leveling skinning, and it's basically free gold for me. I'm just selling these, occasionally popping them into the auction house. People do buy them, so it's good. Lost Master. I have a quest here called Find Moonstalker Pelts. Okay, looks like somebody's already doing this quest here. Oh well, right. I guess I'll come back to this one. So there's gonna be a big problem here is when there's gonna be a ton of people in the area competing for these quest mobs. That's gonna be a big problem waiting for the spawn. Well, that's part of it. I think, you know, you're gonna have to either find a group to be in order to do this, or have a way to tag mobs. That's what I like about being a mage, is that I can fairly quickly tag a mob without being near it. I have this Fire Blast ability, which is instant, and it has a good range. So if I'm competing with others in the area and I'm not grouped with them, and I'm going for these drops, basically I can tag a mob very quickly, and I got it hotkeyed, so I can just very quickly press the hotkey and have that mob ready to kill. It's gonna be mine, basically aggro, my own aggro. I wonder if there is a quest for these. Yeah, I don't see any quests for these. I think probably maybe a little bit later. It's maybe a higher level quest. Yeah, so Mage, again, a couple quick words. I think this video is already getting a little bit, this vlog, not video, I should say, this vlog, that's right, it's getting a little bit long. I'm gonna have to cut it short, and I'll come back with another vlog tomorrow probably. See how far I made it. A couple last concluding thoughts on being a mage. I really do enjoy it. I've never played the mage in classic. My main was rogue, hunter later. Later I've also played a warrior. I like playing damage dealing classes, and mage seems to be like the only one that I haven't really played with significant attention. I hear some really good things about mages. I think it's gonna be an enjoyment for me playing a mage in classic, because of two things that I'm interested in. I'm interested in both PvE and PvP, and I think mage is definitely one of the classes that does well in both. I'm gonna do good amount of damage in raids, in dungeons, and then I can be very, very successful in PvP as well. So I'm excited about it. Mage is also a really good farming class. It's a good machine for leveling. I think whatever the world record is for leveling, Hunter is the first in like 4 days and 20 hours of playtime or something like that. But the second one right after the Hunter, it dinged 60 right after the record of Hunter, was actually a Mage. It dinged like literally right after the Hunter. So not to say that I don't want to rush to level, but that says something about Mage's potential for leveling. So great leveling machine, very good gold farming, AoE gold farming, very good damage in PvP. PvP mechanics very good. PvE excellent damage. So I'm looking forward to it. This will be the class that I'll be playing, although I'm not so sure about Human Mage. I do want to play Alliance because I'm most familiar with the Alliance zones, at the early levels at least. I'm not so sure about the racial bonuses of a human for a mage. There's definitely a bit of spirit, but swords and mace, I'm not really using any of those. So mostly I really don't want to be a gnome mage. A gnome mage is not my thing. Undead mage was my initial thought to play horde, though I don't want to be on the horde for some reason. I've done plenty of horde before. I want to be alliance this time around, and definitely human mage seems like right up my alley. Anywho, I hope whoever's listening, or if it's me listening over again later in the future, hello to me, hello to anybody that's listening, and goodbye. I'll see you later. Peace out, and have a good night.